right. So, anything to chat about? We chatted a lot in that episode as it was, but we covered a lot of topics as well. But I think it was important that we address some of those things. So, anything to talk about NGB? I guess for starters. I'm trying to remember what we actually did this week. I think it was the interview with Jake Hollister. We actually have 3 episodes recorded in like the space of a week, so I get them a little mixed up.
You did do an interview with Jake Hollister. And I didn't take any notes about it per se. I was just like listening. I was just so interested in the whole thing in general. I need to double check because I'm pretty sure I listened to the whole thing. But embarrassingly enough, I can't remember if I did. So I just want to quickly scan to the bottom because before I say what I'm going to say next, I need to check if I have. That's all. Yes, I did finish listening to the whole thing. The man himself said he wants to start a podcast at some point.
Yeah.
He is.
What do you mean?
Guess who's producing him?
No! Shut up! How did that happen?
I asked him. Haven't decided when or where yet.
Before the interview to begin with, I was like, what? I was like, where did that come from? Okay.
Before you were 5 minutes in, I'd already fired off a tweet. Like, you interested?
What?
Lot of time for that young man. Lot of time for him.
He's a great guy. It was, when we went down to VCW that first time, we went really to see Benjamin, but we were a little out of our depth. This was a point when I think we'd only been to one other organization, and we went in, and I don't think Benjamin was at his table at that point, and we were kind of a little bit lost, and we saw Josh, who was a familiar face, and it was nice that we recognized somebody, and we went across, had a chat, got a picture, got the autograph, of course, and got photographed with him as well. And, I would say Nova Pro, obviously, you know that we're big Nova Pro fans. The wrestlers, the organization obviously ended very sourly. But some great moments with him and Bo. And like I said in the interview, I don't think I realized how young he was at the time. I think he was only 19, 20 when he was wrestling at that time. I don't think I had any idea just because there was obviously that great talent that we've talked about, but they also mixed it in with 18, 19, 20-year-olds who were sort of starting their careers as well. So, Jake's absolutely great guy. And, it was a total mix-up. He's posted, and I didn't fully explain it. I actually edited some bits out. But the story was, he posted, I read it as, I'm starting my own podcast. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then he did like the little eyes thing. And then I was like, read it back, and he was like, I want to appear on podcasts. So if he hadn't put that comment, I would have just left it at, he's doing a podcast, and never responded. So, definitely somebody we wanted to talk to, particularly with that association with Franco Varga now as well.
Yeah, don't know when it's going to happen, but interested he is. So we will, we'll look at that in the new year maybe. And maybe just give him some tips, push him the right way, and then just like let him go off and do his own thing. But never to have someone to pod it forward, as we said, to the guys on Pipe Bomb, of course.
Yeah. Wow. How did you manage to sit on that for several days? Wow. I'm impressed with you for that, to be honest.
Yeah. Something else that I've sat on for a few days is my opinions about TW Takes. Right!
Of course. I didn't even know you'd listened to it, to be honest, because you didn't say.
Twice. Right.
Why did you listen? Oh, so you could pick out more things to mock me for?
First of all, you say you like Bray Wyatt the most.
I think so, yeah.
That's you did. You did. Oh. I also told you on episode 120 that you would say that if you had to pick your favourite wrestler at the moment.
Yeah. So it was more having seen that segment with Randy on Monday night that it really kind of cemented it. That it's like, yeah, I think it is.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Bishop. The reason you haven't seen Zack Ryder on AEW is he only had a 30-day contract. He's no longer with the company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, Graham, what did you say at 1 hour, 37 minutes and 12 seconds?
Oh, God, obviously I don't know. This is probably really long. I didn't realize it was going to be as long as this. I'm guessing something like that.
I have no idea. I just want to wind you up. It was a fantastic listen, Graham. There was no notes needed at all.
No, we already messaged each other afterwards. We didn't even talk about this. We didn't talk about that. So, yeah, no, it was just two guys chatting on a snow day.
I will say, I could tell from the start that you didn't know it was being recorded at first, because if you had done, you'd have been pimping me a bit more.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought we were honestly like we do, because we kind of, when you come on, he was using Google Meetings, I think it is.
Yeah, I get it.
And I didn't realize as soon as you're in the room, it's live. I didn't know that. Like, we start on Skype to begin with. We chat a little bit. Then you press record. And even sometimes then we still then we're like, are you ready? So I just didn't realize. So yeah, I kept back some of my Impact stuff. So I'm like, shoot, I don't want to repeat the same stuff once we actually start. Obviously around 40 minutes I realized, oh, this is it. But it was fine. I got to show one thing that arrived from the WWE shop yesterday, though, Matt.
Very nice, very nice. A picture of me again.
I caved. I finally got the Bray Wyatt's The Fiend mini doll to go with the Elf on the Shelf thing.
Something I've done this year, Graham, for the first time is I've done this.
What is that? I can't see what it is. Oh, the Finn Balor. I couldn't see what it was, the Finn Balor sock. Okay. I don't know why I was struggling to identify the object.
You got me a Finn Balor stocking, and Chris hung his stocking up this year, and I was like, I haven't got one. Yes, I have! I went into my America box and pulled it out.
Uh-huh. There you go.
On one side, it's got one saying, Santa, I've been good all year, nearly. And on my one, it says Balor Club Worldwide.
I want a picture. I want you to post it at some point. You showed me a picture, or we were talking and you were wearing it. I want a picture with your Mike Tyson ugly sweater as well.
I'm pretty sure I did share it on Twitter.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I'll send it to you. I'll put it up again later on.
All right. That sounds good. All right. Is there anything else we need to chat about?
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I have been before.
How about we just say great result for Liverpool, though?
That the first time.
Away from home as well, 7-0. That's the first. I wonder what the biggest away win actually is in the Premier League now. I know we've had a few 9-0 results, but away from home? No.
Not with the biggest away result in Premier League history. I was Leicester City last year, of course. It was Liverpool's biggest ever away win in the top flight.
Oh, okay. Normally when you get those 9-0 results, often there's been a player sent off. I don't think anyone was sent off in this game, was it? I think it was still 11 versus 11 at the end.
Many of the defenders were missing in action, but no one got sent off, no.
That's fair enough.
I will say, though, before we sign off, one thing I was watching this week, because I've had a thing about watching William Regal recently. William Regal, because Conrad shared a thing about Regal versus Daniel Bryan on Superstars of all things.
Oh, yeah. I saw that post.
Before that, I've been watching loads of William Regal in general. Regal winning the IC title for Santino Marella in about a minute and a half. Regal, with best ever promo, putting Triple H in his place. Some amazing stuff. Regal has been so amazing over the years, and he's not in the Hall of Fame, and he's never been a world champion. Guys, come on, let him be a world champion. Let him have a one-off match, and let him pin Drew for one night. Just for one night. If anyone deserves it for his service, it's him.
That ship has sailed, but yes, I know sometimes sports people, well, in America at least, they'll go back to their original team. They'll sign a one-day contract, and so they can retire in that uniform, and then often they'll retire that jersey at a ceremony later on. Yeah, I don't think it's happening in wrestling. Actually, you know what? If it could happen in any sport, it could happen in wrestling, because the rules. We had David Arquette win the world championship, so you can make any story work that you want to, so it could happen.
It could happen, but to be fair, he'll get his Hall of Fame spot, because he deserves that. Absolutely.
I don't know if I told you this. When I was in North Carolina, so this was 2000 to 2002, obviously, I can't remember if it was William Regal or Steven Regal at that time. He was wrestling, and being a Brit, in middle school, a lot of middle school children were watching WWE at that time, and obviously being a Brit, they kind of resonated with that character as well. And in middle school, as you're lower down school, you tend to get more gifts from the kids because you have far few teachers. Once you get to high school, it's a little bit different. What do you? Oh, I thought you were trying to get my attention. Never mind.
I am Stephen William Regal, and I have come here as a goodwill ambassador to your country.
I still have it somewhere. I think it's probably in my suitcase right now because I've saved sort of mementos like that. A student gave to me. It was a picture of William Regal, and he put on the top my last name, Mr. B besmirched me, and he left it at that. I absolutely treasured that because I was big into wrestling at that time. I made that connection with that figure, being besmirched at that time. Like, I don't know a single British person that says besmirched, but it was just a funny word, and it was a funny segment. And the fact that a student went to the trouble to put that together for me, I really appreciated. I still have it from Brian, can't remember his last name, but yes, I still have it and I still treasure it.
Brian from the Blade Job. We'll call it Brian from the Blade Job. He would, to be fair. Yeah.
Brian.
Oh, that didn't come through. See, speak slower, Graham. Speak slower. Yeah.
That's got to be it for this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just making it into the show, you realize. This is all going into the extras. We're way over an hour. We need something for that YouTube channel, right?
Hey, it's all good. We'll be back. We're back after Christmas, guys. Have a good one and a safe one. Wear your damn masks.
Absolutely.